Hey YouTube, this is the Fragrance Guy here, and I want to welcome you to the 4th episode of Bottle Worthy. Now, I got a couple of fragrances. It's from all kinds of houses like Xerjoff, Amouage, Guerlain, and let's kick it off with a fragrance from Xerjoff. This is Ivory Route. And this is a beautiful sandal-based fragrance with spices, patchouli, and basil. It's a strong, long-lasting, and a very pleasant fragrance. To me, this was love at first sight. Just a gorgeous fragrance, and one of the best from the Join the Club series. The fragrance is creamy and spicy, and it's just totally addicting. Yeah, check this one out. Let's see here. The next one is from the house of Profumi del Forte. It's, let's see here. Ambra Mediterranea, or Mediterranea, something like that. And say hello to one of the best ambers on the market. This is creamy, smooth, and of course has the note of amber, but also benzoin, incense, vanilla, patchouli, cedarwood, and orange amongst other notes. It's a long-lasting fragrance that is like a sticky amber, and if you love amber, you just have to sample this fragrance. As I said, I've tried a couple of amber fragrances, and this is one of the absolute best ones, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but make sure to check that one out. And the next one is from the house of Guerlain, and you've already heard everyone talking about this, but yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this one also. This is Spiritueuse Double Vanille, and what you get is a boozy vanilla done to perfection. Now, it has the notes of vanilla, of course, but also benzoin, incense, pink pepper, and a few more notes. The fragrance lasts for hours and hours on my skin, and it's simply one of the best vanillas on the market. Now, I just want to touch on a comparison made by some people, and there is a clone on this fragrance, or people say that it's quite similar, and it's called Audi Missions something, and I've compared these two. Now, sure, Spiritueuse Double Vanille is way more expensive, but if we ignore the costs and just compare them for what they are, then I, of course, think that Spiritueuse Double Vanille is way better. But to me, this copy, it doesn't have that booziness, which really makes Spiritueuse Double Vanille the beautiful vanilla fragrance that it is. Because if you remove that, it just is a nice vanilla. So to me, even though it's a lot cheaper and it does last quite some time, it's not as strong projection, but it does last a long time on my skin. So but even though it does last a long time, this fragrance is simply not interesting to me because it doesn't have that booziness which makes Spiritueuse Double Vanille the special vanilla fragrance that it is. So for the ones wondering and that have heard the comparison, this is my take on it, and I would rather get Spiritueuse Double Vanille and spend those extra dollars. Okay, let's see. The next one is from Amouage, and it is, let's see, not that sample. The sample, it is Beloved Man. Now, the first time you try this, you might be disappointed, like I was. I mean, I was expecting something similar to what Amouage had already created, maybe like Jubilation 25 or I don't know, something along those lines, but this is very different from those, and it's a very unique fragrance that I've come to truly appreciate and strongly like. It's very expensive, but it's very elegant at the same time. Longevity and projection are really good, so this is not some weak fragrance. I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth in terms of longevity and projection. The main thing you get out of this fragrance is the note of elemi, grapefruit, and cedarwood. Now, there are a lot of other notes like leather, black pepper, cardamom, vetiver, musk, and even more notes. This fragrance is very elegant. I mean, I get a picture of a classy business person wearing this as a signature scent, or if you're going to a wedding or a date. I don't see this being worn casually. This is like a classy fragrance with a modern twist, and I didn't really know what to make of it in the first times I've tried this, but I can see people that like Terre d'Hermès, and even those that don't like it, totally like this one, or even loving this one. To me, I'm not gonna be getting Terre d'Hermès. It's too boring, and I mean, I have Kobe from Xerjoff, which is, sure, it's not the same, but it's still dirty orange, and it's way better. Anyway, try that one. I really like it, and give it a few tries. Don't judge it on the first time, because I didn't think it was special the first time I tried it either. So, seems like this is a fragrance that might take some time to appreciate. Okay, moving on to the next sample here. It's from Parfums de Marly, and probably the most hyped one from the house. This is Herod, and this is one of the best tobacco fragrances I have ever tried. From the first sniff, I was blown away. I wanted a bottle badly. This is a very smooth and creamy tobacco. If you took the notes that you see on Fragrantica, some of them being, I mean, tobacco, of course, but also vanilla, cinnamon, incense, and other notes, when I look at it, at least, this is not how I picture it to smell. I mean, this is a very, very smooth and slightly creamy, not very creamy, but slightly creamy tobacco fragrance, and just a stunner and absolute gorgeous. The only negative thing I have to say about this fragrance is the longevity and possibly the projection, but in this case I don't really care. I mean, I will probably buy that, I will make a decant, I will bring it with me everywhere I go, and that's how good it is. The smell of this fragrance is a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend that you try Herod if you like tobacco-based and smooth, creamy fragrances. Okay guys, moving on to Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I never seem to be able to pronounce that house correctly. But this fragrance is APOM, which I believe is... it stands for a part of me, I believe. And when I smell this, it sort of reminds me a little bit of this fragrance. This is Kobe from the house of Xerjoff. But they're still quite different, but they have some notes that they have in common. Now, if you don't like the dirty orange and oud in Kobe, I recommend that you try APOM. Now, the main note is orange blossom, followed by amber and cedarwood. Now, this fragrance was inspired by Francis Kurkdjian's trip to Lebanon, and cedarwood is a common tree there, so I guess that's why he included that as one of the notes. I really like this fragrance. It's a creamy, long-lasting, fairly strong fragrance that is a linear smell, and I really like it. Check this one out. It's one of the best from the house, I think. Not the best, but one of the best, and yeah, totally like this one and highly recommend it. Okay, going back to Amouage again. This is a woman's fragrance, but who cares? Woman, man, I mean, a guy can pull this off easily, and this is Fate Woman. This and the Epic Woman fragrances are my favorites from the house of Amouage for women that I could totally see myself wearing. And according to Fragrantica, the main note is labdanum, followed by cinnamon and vanilla. This is a spicy, balmy, smoky, leather, and mildly sweet fragrance that, at least when I wear it, it sort of teleports me or take me to an oriental spicy market, maybe in Morocco, some place like that. And it doesn't smell foody, so don't get me wrong when I say that it smells spicy. It smells spicy in a very elegant way, and just an intoxicating fragrance. The longevity and projection is strong, and I see this fragrance being worn fall and winter, not really other periods of the year. I haven't tried it in the spring. I guess you could use it in the spring here in Sweden. But I mean, in other places where it's hot, especially also during the summer, I don't really see this fragrance being a pleasant fragrance because it's so strong, and it's just like with Epic Woman. This is for the fall and winter mostly. So that's Fate Woman from Amouage. The last one is from Armani Privé series, and this is an underdog that doesn't really get a lot of spotlight, but I'm gonna give it some now. This is Cuir Noir, and this is, let's see if I can zoom in here or focus. This is the only fragrance, or probably the only fragrance from Armani Privé that puts me in a certain mood, if you know what I mean. It's a smooth and seductive leather that turns a bit sexual in a way, and I mean, I really like it. It's the notes are oud, vanilla, sandalwood, leather, rose, benzoin. And I bet it's the nutmeg and the sandalwood which gives it this creaminess that really makes it a bit sexual in a way and very different. It's not like a regular leather fragrance that you might expect when you look at the notes. It's a very smooth and polished leather. And there's also coriander in this fragrance. Now, projection the first few hours is a bit strong, not that strong. After a while, it gets closer to the skin, but it does last a long time on the skin, and that's exactly how I think this fragrance should be. This is something that you might want to have on a date or when somebody comes close to you. That's when this fragrance is going to shine. I'm happy that this is not a projection monster, because it would totally ruin this fragrance. This is more of a cozy, or yeah, when somebody want to be close to you, then that's what you want to wear, that type of leather. So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.